Yes, I'm ready.
All right. Yo, what's going on, everybody? My name is George, and this is
Susie
and this together here is the I Know Right.
podcast.
Yes, everybody, what's going on? All right, cool. So wait, I have a real quick question. So
Oh crap.
so
Okay.
before we get into all our thing, our topic,
Mhm.
so I'm going on this like kind of this influencer journey right now.
Oh yeah, I'm
So
so excited. Like, okay, I wanted to ask you about that because, like, do you really feel this is what you're trying to do? Like, be an influencer, or are you just having fun?
I'm having fun, and now I'm looking at it like maybe I can do something with it. You know
Okay,
what I mean?
okay.
So
George has been filming TikToks and reels,
Yes,
and
I'm trying
posting
to-
a lot more on social media.
So I'm just trying to have fun with it, and I feel like I haven't had like a creative outlet in a long time.
Mhm.
It used to be my videography and like
Now
filming.
it's work.
Now it's work.
Yeah.
So that turned into work, and I really don't have anything else to like kind of like be creative, And then and it's cool too because like I could let my is this the right word, humorous side out, like my humorous side out, and I feel like it's a nice little outlet for me to be able to do that. But what I wanted to get to the question is, so my name is George, the content creator, right? And like every
Correct.
time I want to introduce myself on this show, I always say, hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is George, the content creator, and you know what I mean?
Okay.
So I want to know if like, is that too like,
Is that too lame?
yeah.
I like it. Like, that'll be your persona.
Yeah, like kind of like that, because there's this guy that I follow in marketing. Like his name is Billie Jean is marketing, or Billie Jean is marketing. Yeah, that's what he is. Like Billie Jean is marketing, and that's how he introduces himself, and that's how everyone knows him. And like if you tell like, oh, do you know Billy? Like no, but do you know Billie Jean is marketing? Like that, like everyone knows him like that. And I'm just saying, like I wonder if that's like, if it's lame, or if I should just because I don't want to be locked in. I don't want to be handcuffed to that and be like that's who we know him as, or blah blah blah.
I think it's so easy nowadays if you had the like inclination to change your persona or your like Instagram name or whatever. I don't think it's that hard anymore.
Right. Okay.
So I think it's fine if you introduce yourself as George, the content creator.
Right. And the reason, So the reason why that came up was because I would always reach out to clients, or to like so for instance, we have a member of the month, right? So when I would text, like, let's say Julian, I'm like, hey Julian, what's going on? My name is George. My name, hey, what's up, Julian, blah blah blah. I'd be like, I'm the content creator for this,
Got
my
it,
name
got
is
it,
George,
got
the
it.
content creator for
Oh, okay. I never thought about that.
Julian, my name is George. I'm the content creator for Chicago Heights. That's
Yeah,
what I would be,
yeah.
George, the content creator. So
Got it.
that's why
Got it.
started
I
like
never
that.
thought about that.
Yeah, so that's how I started in that. So yeah, okay, interesting. So we had special plans for this
Oh,
show.
yes, we did. Wait, I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet because I've talked a little bit about it, how I have depression right now. Okay.
Okay.
Can I just tell you that I have life right now in me? Because the season 3 of Narcos trailer came out.
Oh gosh.
And I made Presley, he had already watched this, but I feel like it's an experience watching shows with me.
Oh, here.
Okay.
Okay.
And so, like, not even 2 weeks ago, I was like, let's start watching Narcos. And we started watching Narcos Mexico from season, like, we finished in a week, both seasons. Okay. And I was just like, man, I hope season 3 comes out soon. Like, I've been waiting. Like, the pandemic ruined it because, like, season 2 came out right before the pandemic, like February of 2020. So I was like, man, like Bad Bunny's supposed to come out in it, like all this stuff. Like in my mind, I hope like it goes on forever and ever and ever, because like there's so much of a story in the Mexican cartel system that like it's still happening, So I know, I'm pretty sure that this season would focus on like Amado Carrillo Fuentes, which is like El Señor de los Cielos. He was a famous cartel guy that had planes, and so that's what made him like a super boss, that he can like he had his own planes. But also like he died, spoiler alert, sorry, he died on the plastic surgeon table. Like he was trying to change his identity, his whole face.
Really?
Okay?
Holy shit.
So I think that's what it's gonna be like after this season. But like I was just like, man, blah blah, like but I realized my sisters sent me like the trailer, and I have life again. Like, so my depression's not gone, but literally you could put me in a coma from now until November 4th. So because I want to watch this November 5th.
So you said Narcos 3 is about that guy?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm
and
pretty
then
positive.
number 2 was what?
Number two. So number one was about how the Mexican cartel started with Miguel Ángel Félix Gallardo, Rafa Caro Quintero, and then Neto. I forgot his last name.
But it was what's his name? It was the main.
Diego Luna.
No, but who's the main? The
Miguel
main.
Ángel Félix Gallardo.
No, the main, the bad guy. The story. Who was the story about?
That's him.
No, it wasn't. I'm talking about the drug lord.
Yes, that's him. I'm telling you, that's him.
What was his name?
Miguel Ángel Félix Gallardo. Okay, he is the one that started cartels in Mexico. Period. Okay, remember I told you about this 2 years
Isn't
ago.
it about Pablo Escobar?
That is Narcos. Narcos. I'm talking about Narcos Mexico.
Oh, okay. You see,
Okay.
that's what I'm talking about. I connect all of them together. Narcos,
They're-
Narcos 1,
they're-
Narcos 2.
They are not the same. They're not the same.
They're called the same thing, guys. Okay, I'm just
But-
letting you know. They're all
but-
called Narcos.
But characters do like make appearances, whatever. But anyway, so like, yeah, I'm excited now, and I really don't know what to do with myself. I have a whole month and a half. No, not even like 2 months before this comes out. I'll finish this in 1 day. Trust.
Oh my God, that's. And then you reach the climax, and then that's it. You drop down.
I
Why can't you
know.
just like watch one and then or two and then pick it up again and pick it? You see?
That is not who I am. I need to watch
Gosh.
all of it. And so like, Presley's not gonna understand, but I need to watch all of it.
Is
in
Presley
1
gonna
day.
be able to watch these all with you or no?
Not in 1 day.
Dang, that's.
Because
fucked
I'm
up.
sure, like, what's November 5th? What's the date? Check on your phone.
I don't know.
You don't have a calendar?
Yeah, I do have a calendar. Hold on.
I'll
What is it called? What is it?
November 5th.
November 5th is a Tuesday.
I'll be done by Wednesday morning.
No, you will not.
I'll be done by Wednesday
How many shows is
afternoon.
it and how many?
It'll
how long
pro-
are they?
It'll probably be 12 episodes at an hour long.
Oh wow.
I can do this. But
12
anyways,
hours, dude.
yeah. But anyways, that's it. That's what I wanted to say. I am very excited. I am very happy. Thank you, Mexican Independence Day gods. Because Mexican Independence Day is in a few days. It's in 2 days. So that's all. That's what I wanted to say. I have life. If you see me smiling, is my depression gone? No. Is my anxiety gone?
No.
It's at Narcos season 3. Also, they're calling it the final season.
Oh really?
And I'm so upset because we haven't even gone to a Chapo being the head guy or nothing. But anyways, whatever. We'll deal with that once it comes. I
So
just-
each season is actually one dude, right? One narco.
for the most part, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice. Okay. Cool.
Okay,
So,
that's
all
it.
right. So guys, we did not have a topic today because, like we were gonna say, we had a special episode today.
Yes, we were having a special guest, but she ran into some personal issues, so she's not making it today. But I'm excited to have her on in the future. But I am not inspired to come up with a topic today, to be honest. I wouldn't mind talking to George about regular stuff, but I feel like you guys catch us like this all the time.
Yes, true. I mean, most of the time, yeah, I feel like that.
Yeah. So George wants to ask Reddit questions, which I love. I like the last week's questions.
Yeah. Well, I mean, these questions are not as nice as I saw them. As the other ones.
Okay.
But I mean, they're all right. So, all right. So the first one would be, what's something people seem to misunderstand about you?
I feel like, okay, I don't want to be like, ooh, I'm so misunderstood. I feel that for the most part, people think I am not, I wouldn't say nice. I feel like people think I'm nice enough. I think that people misunderstand, like, I don't care about, I think that people believe I don't care about other people's feelings. I don't know if that makes sense.
Okay.
I've always thought of myself as super nice, okay? That is how I see myself. But because I have severe empathy, like I feel other people's emotions, like joy, pain, sadness, all that, like I really feel that with you. But my delivery tends to be like harsh and tough love.
Yes, super
know?
hard and tough love.
You know, so I think that for the most people believe that like I'm just so like, oh God, like she doesn't care. I'm also not like, and you know, I've been thinking about this a lot lately actually, George. I'm also not like the warmest person. Do you know what I mean? Like
Like, oh, or
yeah, like let's say you were here and you were like, oh man, like I just got like this awesome client. I'm getting paid $1 million. Like people that are warm would be like, oh my God, George, and hug you, you know, or like I would just be like, that's awesome, you know, like that's great. I would be very excited for you, but like my delivery again is like a little bit harsher, you know, or um, you know, I've been studying people lately where it's like people are so, yeah, they're just like, how are you? How's it? Like, I don't like to be into like small talk. I've talked about this before too. So like, it's hard if I haven't seen someone in a while and they're coming into the gym, and I do ask everyone like, hey, how are you? How's it going? And if they're just like, oh, work was tough today, blah, 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 I'll be like, really, what's going on? But I'm not one to then stay there for another 20 minutes talking to them because I feel like I'm being intrusive.
Okay.
You know what I mean? If they're like it's just a bunch of dumb stuff, I'm not gonna push it, right? But I see other people that are like, oh, you know, like what's going on, blah blah. Oh yeah, yeah, like that happened to me at my work last year, blah. And I'm just like, oh wow, that was like a really nice exchange. And again, I see myself as a nice person because I care. Like I would think about that person for the rest of the day. Like, oh man, something's going on with them at work.
Mm-hmm.
But you know. And so in high school, we volunteered. One of my classes, we went to a nursing home. And and in the nursing home, I was like, that was my jam. Like I was thriving at that day. And there was this little old lady, and she couldn't hold the cup steady to drink water.
Oh shit, that sucks.
And I was helping her with the cup. I was like, and my teacher saw me, and she like left the room crying. And I was like, okay, you know. And later she was just like, I did not expect that from you. Like, I did not expect for you to, like, be so kind. And I was like, what the hell? Like, why wouldn't I, like, of course I would do that. Like, I was so confused. But that's when I first realized, like, people don't see me how I see myself. So that's a little hard. But I think that it's just the fact that I carry such severe empathy that if I really immerse myself in your problems or your small talk and all that, that really takes a lot out of me during that day. But I am nice. I'm just not warm.
Mm.
Right? And I think that maybe people don't see me as warm. And because I guess I'm not, you know.
Right. Yeah.
But it's not because I'm not nice. I'm just.
So would you say that you're a little disconnected from your
Like my true self?
yes, because you're saying something and you're acting upon something
Yeah.
that you're not feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think honestly, the more this has all been very recent where I've been observing myself. Like Presley sounds so nice,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, she's
you
awesome.
you would call her warm,
Heck yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like I see her and I'm just like, oh, like why can't I get it? You know what I mean? Like, well, like what's the disconnect? You know?
Right.
Because I am warm with people I'm very comfortable with. She's just warm all the time. Do you know what I mean? But for me to be warm all the time, it expends a lot of my energy.
Mm-hmm.
And I've told you before, I really take care of my energy as much as possible. So then I've been like really thinking about it, not just because of her, but other people. And I'm just like, ooh, how do I get? I think a lot of it stems from like just insecurity with like who I am, and maybe not always having the right answer for people. And so I think that me not being warm, it is me not being my true self because I am insecure about it.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Isn't that weird?
It's super weird because I mean, if you're for somebody to be so empathetic, you'd want to
I'm
be able
so
to show that.
Freaking
you know what
empathetic.
I mean?
It's annoying. Yeah.
Like it's crazy, and like your actions are just speaking differently. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it's very interesting because
But that was such a long answer for the question. But that's just how I feel sometimes where I'm like, "Urgh." Like, how do I become more warm? I can't. I don't know.
oh, that's hilarious.
What about you?
I think I think something that a lot of people misunderstand about me would probably be I don't know, it's hard. I feel like I feel like with social media and stuff like that, I feel like a lot of people think that like I have my shit together, but I kind of don't.
I think that's like everyone in social media.
You think so? Well, I think that. Well, I mean, probably because of that, but like I feel like but everyone says like, oh, he's a business owner. He has this business, and like, oh, he must be like, very organized or like something like that. You know what I mean? And like, and like, and I am those things, but like I have to work really, really, really hard at those things, and I'm like, cause I'm super lazy, I'm super messy, and I'm super like I could literally like I know you don't believe it, but like, and I tell you all the time, like I can't watch Narcos like for a full. I could definitely watch Narcos and sit down and fucking just like watch it, but like I just choose not to. You know what I mean? Like, and I just feel like a lot of people feel like that comes so easily to like somebody like me, but it's not. It's just like a lot of fucking work that I had to go through with this. So I feel like that's something that like.
But you feel like you don't give yourself that time because then you're not gonna get stuff done.
Yeah, so we've talked about this before. That like I have I don't know, time wasted remorse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I could like watch a movie with like the family, right? And then like later on that night, I'd sleep like, man, those 2.5 hours I could have completed like 3 different projects. Like I could have edited like photos for this gym, and this gym. All in that time. So I always feel like that. But the thing is like. Yeah, so I think that's what's very misunderstood, like on my end. So,
I would say if I didn't know you, if I saw your social media, I would think like, man, he's always busy.
Right.
Like he's always doing something,
Yeah, and sometimes I'm just at home, fucking just like, you know what I mean, like, and just like. Yeah.
I think if people like judge me off my social media, they would think my life is so fun. I mean, I find watching Narcos fun. But other people find like the times I go out, because that's when I get the most interaction. Like, oh, where are you at? What place is that now? Or where are you having dinner at now? Or what was that place that you were at? Like, that's when I get the most like interactions, like especially on Instagram when I like go out to dinner.
But I mean, but don't you think that that's what social media is? It's all lies. You know what I mean? Like,
it's hard.
Like, little would they know that you're depressed. you don't go out all the time and eat.
No.
You don't go out to all these fancy places. Little would they know that like I'm not working out all the time, or that sometimes I am mean to Dahlia, you know what I mean? And like, you know what I mean?
Don't
like,
say that, I'll die.
So you know what I mean? So like sometimes I have to be a tough dad, or like it's like,
I guess that's true. Yeah, I guess that's true.
So like, and that's just what social media is, and I just feel like it's just a bunch of blindness, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I love when I see like those like Instagram models that like show how their bodies really look when they're not posing.
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, I feel like relief, even though like I know because I'm in this business.
Yeah.
And I take pictures sometimes like that, but when they do it, I'm like, oh, relief. They don't look perfect like 24/7. You know what I mean? I don't know. It brings me such huge relief, but that's basically how I feel about my life. Like. Yeah, it's not like I'm not always earthy and like walking barefoot on grass. Like sometimes I'm just like, let's go, let's freaking go, let's go. You know what I mean? I'm not always like, and I try to be so earthy. And then yesterday I got stung by a bee. I swear this bee stung me like 7 times. And I was like, and I didn't want to hurt the bee at first. And I was like, Presley, do something. And he was like trying to like get the bee off, and I'm like, no, don't touch it.
Oh,
but
my
it
goodness.
kept stinging me, George. So I literally
doesn't it sting and die?
Okay, like that. I had to Google it. So bumblebees and wasps, their stinger doesn't like stay in. They take it with them.
Oh.
So they can continue to sting you like forever. Like a honeybee, it stings you, and when they try to come out, the stinger stays in
out,
and it rips their little stomach and they die.
Right.
Like that's but like it must have been a wasp. I don't know. But I was in so much pain. I'm like, oh, that's what I get for being in nature. Like I was so upset.
So did you kill it or not?
No, I smacked it away and it flew away. Probably stung 7 more people. I don't know.
Oh,
but
gosh.
like it was a lot of pain. But
you should have just took one for the team, for the greater good.
Oh, that was my Sunday. But okay, next question.
All right. I think this one's good. If you would, since you like coffee a lot, so if you would have coffee with any historical figure, who would that be?
Oh my gosh! Like dead or alive doesn't matter.
It doesn't say. So it says any historical figure.
Oh my God, this is such a hard question. Such a great question with any historical figure. Like if I'm gonna sit down and have coffee with them, like and like interview them essentially, be like, how blah blah blah.
Yeah,
Like,
just talk to them and be like,
oh my God, I don't wanna waste my answer. You know, because I do think about this all the time. Obviously not enough. Um, okay. I'm gonna say I don't want to go to Europe with this. I don't want to go to Europe because I feel like we know so much about those people already.
Okay.
Like there's so much written about like French and Italian and English scholars and scientists and all that stuff. Okay, in honor of Mexican Independence Day, I am going to have coffee with Malinche.
who?
Oh my God. This is such a great answer that I'm giving.
Of course you would say that, dude.
I'm reading my answer. So, okay. So, for those of us that don't know, okay, in the year 1521.
Wait, what?
1521.
Okay.
Hernan Cortez, right? Because we know already Columbus landed in the Caribbean, killed all those folks, or, brutally raped and made some more children, right? Terrible, but whatever. We know that already. But then once all of that was known, he quote unquote discovered a new place. We get the Spanish who invested in his trip being like, all right, let's go. Let's see what we can get for this monies, And Hernan Cortez basically landed in Central America and wanted to make his way up to the magnificence that was the Aztec population or the Aztec Empire, which we now know was the Mexica Empire, where Moctezuma was the last emperor. Okay. But like that takes years, right? So he like is working his way up. Don't forget there's no highways. It's all like jungles and terrain and all that. So there's this young girl, indigenous, from the southern part of Mexico. Her name is Malinche. And she's about 15 at the time. And basically they consider her child the first mestizo.
Okay.
Okay, because Hernan Cortez and her had a child. But essentially she is basically one of the first women to be in the sex slave trade, because her and a bunch of other women were like the sex slaves of the Spanish. And for her I'm not going to assume. Basically, what she does is she conspires with the Spanish and lets, like, the Mexica people, the Aztecs, like, oh, yeah, like, I'm not with the Spanish, blah, blah, blah. But she's lying. And she's basically like a double agent. She gives all the information that the Mexica people tell her back to the Spanish, right?
Mm-hmm.
But at this point, she has gained their trust. And so she lets Hernan Cortez like all the dealio, like how much gold, how many men, all that stuff. So that's why he's able to swiftly overtake Tenochtitlan. Okay, and so in Mexico, Malinche is now what you call someone that's like a traitor to the race,
okay,
or a traitor to Mexico. You call them a Malinche, right? Which is terrible. I would want to have coffee with her because I feel like she's a misunderstood person. We don't know, like, was she scared? Was she doing this because she thought she would get a higher, like, status? Like, like, was she raped and, like, tortured and forced to do these things? Or was she doing this out of her own accord? Did she, like, what did she feel any regret? All that stuff. I would want to talk to her, actually, and see, like, what her story is, because, history is often written by men, and she is the sacrificial, like, we hate her, indigenous women are stupid type of thing. And like forever now in history, she's seen as the bad guy.
Yeah.
Well, we really don't know what happened, So I would want to have coffee with her. Or cacao.
Is there like do you hold her like accountable for something, like, or
I
like?
think a lot of most Mexicans do hold her accountable for Mexico City falling to the Spanish.
Right.
If like they never get through there, they're not able to conquer the rest of Mexico. And in those days, don't forget, like California, Colorado, New Mexico, Texas is part of Mexico. Mexico's huge.
Right.
It's big now, but it was more huge back then. And so, yeah, he's not able to take all of that over if they don't get through Mexico City, what is now Mexico City. But yeah, people hold her accountable. Basically, they hold her accountable for the fall of like the Aztecs. And like one woman can do a lot, but we don't know her story either. We don't know.
Is she, right now in your eyes, is she negative or positive?
I would say right now she's negative. Okay. I would say we don't, because we don't have her story, and we have a lot of male accounts that she was a traitor. You know.
Right.
At the same time, she's getting sold in sex slavery. You know.
Yeah.
She's being passed around by all the Spanish que hablan de así, you know, with their lisp. No offense to any Spanish viewers, but, you know, that's how I feel about your accent. But, yeah. Okay, that was good. What about you? You wouldn't have coffee because that's not your thing.
I wouldn't have
also,
coffee.
like, why don't you like coffee? Really quick.
You know, so maybe I might like coffee now because I'm a little older and I could, like, maybe I need it. But back then I didn't really like I didn't like pre-workout. I didn't like bangs. I didn't like any of that kind of stuff. Just because it made me really jittery. I feel it made me really.
So you didn't grow up drinking coffee as a little kid?
My mom wasn't a big coffee drinker neither. So
because Dahlia drinks coffee.
Because her mom drinks coffee. Yeah. Her mom's a big coffee drinker.
Yeah, I grew up drinking coffee like at Dahlia's age.
Yeah. So Dahlia loves coffee. She likes coffee. She says cafe. She fucking. Yeah, so, but yeah, I think it just made me, like, crazier than I am. I'm already crazy already, and then just adding that on there is just kind of like...
Coffee's, like, the only, like, accelerant that I can do. The other day, Presley gave me a kiss, and my lips started to itch, because he had pre-workout.
Oh, yeah,
so
that's so funny.
I had tried pre-workout in the past, and I could not handle it because the same thing, like, I would feel so, like, on the inside, so, like, this, and, like, my lips would itch and everything. Right. My face would itch, and I was like, oh, my God. I'm like, I don't do drugs. I told you, you know.
That's hilarious.
But, anyhow, so, yeah, if you were to have a historical chat.
Mine would be... I would think it would be Marcus Aurelius. Yeah, I
did think about Greece, but I'm like, nah.
Yeah, so I think it'd be him, just because right now I'm like really focused on kind of like just like the stoic lifestyle. You know what I mean? Kind of like like life is, you know, and I'm really falling into that zone right now. You know what I mean? Like trying to. I control my controllables. The world just happens to be like the way it is, and like you live how you can live, you know, and your best way you can live. And just like, and I'm just learning about that now, so I really can't talk about it too much. Like I'm just, you know, I was gifted a book by one of my clients, A Daily Stoic. So it's the one passage every day you read it, and you could just like learn from it. So I'm really following a lot of those guys, like on influencers that I just think it'd be really cool to hear.
So do you like Ryan Holiday?
Right, yeah, I love Ryan Holiday. I follow his stuff. I use his TikTok. One of his TikToks was one of the ones I used. Yeah, it would definitely be him. I just feel like seeing somebody in that kind of state would really open my eyes, like because. Yeah, I just feel like I'm a visual learner, and like reading all these Stoic stuff, it's kind of hard for me to be able to feel it. Like for instance, there's this guy that I just landed like Chicago Movement Gym, and they're all about animal flow, and they're all about this. And there's this guy that works out with them. He's one of their coaches, and he's like he just lives life slower. He talks slower, and he like. He walks barefooted, and you know, and I'm not saying I'm gonna do all those kind of things, but like just being able to see him like live like that, he's like yeah, I really don't have social media, you know what I mean? And then he talks just the way he talks, and just the way like he is, like he's just so calm, like he has no stress, you know. I'm just like, man, I'm
Goals.
Off the wall with stress, you know. So I wonder how I can make this. I'm really like about like delegating work right now, and kind of like how can I maximize my time so I can spend more time with the family, and kind of like. So I think he'd be a really cool person just to sit down with and to talk with.
All right. My turn to ask a question. It's not very intellectual though. Okay. Can you let me know why Megan Fox is dating Machine Gun Kelly? I'm not a super big fan of Megan Fox,
Okay.
but she is clearly an attractive person.
Yes.
Okay. What the heck? Like, I'm into tall weirdos. Presley, cover your ears. Okay. Like, tall weirdos is like my thing. Okay. Like, what the like, he is too, like, he is so not attractive in my opinion.
Okay.
He does, like, he's like a C braided, B at best celebrity. What is happening there? And I don't want to hear like they're so attractive. They're not. She is just so attractive for the both of them. So like when they're out in public, I see a lot of my a lot of my friends, their Instagram stories are like, "Oh my God, kill me! They're so hot." No, she's hot. He is not.
Well, are they hot not because the way they look, or is it hot because the way they play off of each other? Because like they kind of played like with their outfits and stuff like that, and like the way they're tattooed or the way that they're dressed and stuff like that. Is that why they're hot, or because they look good?
No, I think people think the whole show's attractive, right? Like, yeah, like you said, like sometimes he wears like black lipstick and he is so not cute. Like, no, this is not a hot. She should be with someone that's more attractive. There's lots of other tall weirdos out there, but like, no. I want you to tell me why.
I don't know. Maybe he's handsome. Maybe he got a big ass schlong or something. I don't know.
You think so?
I don't know. Tall, skinny guys, you know what they say about them. You know what I mean?
I do know. That is so ill. Okay, that's all. That was my question.
Yeah, she is very good looking. So
she is. She has had some work done. I feel like she looked good before. She looks more like fake now.
Yeah.
But she's so attractive. Like, she's cute. I don't know. I can't. Disgusting. But whatever. Okay, another question. If you could be any animal, what would it be?
Oh, damn.
Like, be this animal. Like, this is like your next life. No matter if it's one day or 70 years, what animal would you be?
I think I would want to be, well, my two favorite animals are a wolf or a great white shark. And I feel...
A great white shark?
Yeah, I would be the great white shark. Because I lived my whole life on land. I would want to be in the water this time. I feel like there's something cool about living in the water. Even though I don't know how to swim. Maybe because I don't know how to swim, that's why I would want to be a shark.
That's interesting. I would not want to be a shark. I feel like they're so mean. Maybe they're misunderstood. But I feel like sharks are so mean that I would not want to be a shark.
Okay.
I would want to be either a dog or a giraffe.
A dog or a giraffe?
Yeah. I feel like they're just chill. And I get to be tall if I'm a giraffe.
A tall weirdo.
Uh-huh. Oh my God, that's so funny. Yes. It's my turn. It's my turn. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Okay. By the way, that's my spirit animal. Because I did like a tarot thing once. And you had to pick like a card. And I picked the giraffe.
Dude, you know what? That's so funny because the other day I was talking to my massage therapist. And we're talking about, she's like, what the fuck she say? Oh, we're talking about tattoos. Anyways, so the tattoo led to her talking about she wants to get butterflies, right? Mm-hmm. So she's going to get butterflies next time. And then she's like, oh, that's my spirit animal. Mm-hmm. And then that led me to ask, like, how do you even find your spirit animal? Mm-hmm. And she's like, oh, I just Googled it. And I was like, no, they can't be like that. Because, and then I was like, man, maybe I should just do that. But then one time I talked to my cousin, mm-hmm. who's kind of, spiritual as well, and he said that, you have to ask like the universe. You ask mm-hmm. the universe, and like you'll dream about it, and like it happens like, sporadically. Like you'll dream about it, and it comes up. And his was an owl. Like an owl came to his window a couple of times.
Oof.
So like, and that happened in his dreams. So, and that's what I was wondering. I was wondering, like, is there a specific way or like? So
I went to this place, and they do like. Sam came with me. She had a horrible experience. Whatever.
Oh gosh.
But like, it was like a meditation thing, etc. And they're like, okay, like release all thoughts from your brain and like pick a card. And so I picked the giraffe, and I was like, what the heck? I'm so short, And but they were like, Yeah, but the giraffe means you have the ability to see the big picture.
Mm.
And I'm like, that's true. Like I do be that way,
I
you
do
know.
be that way.
So yeah, so I'm gonna say the giraffe's my spirit animal. I don't know.
Yeah, I would really like to know what my spirit animal is. I just would like if you know how, DM us, let us know because I want to know. I really, really, really badly want to know what my spirit animal is.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a big animal fan. Like me, my mom. Like that's one of the childhood memories that I had. Like I don't have too many, but like I remember me and my mom like on a weekend we would like when she was off because she wasn't off too often. We would sit down and watch Channel 11. You know how Channel 11 would have like
Yeah,
the
like
nature shows, and we would sit down and we just like watch the nature shows, and that's like a really fond childhood memory of mine.
oh, cool. But like, okay, so now changing the subject, you're gonna get more tattoos, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna get a. Yeah, I have. You know what? It's so funny because I follow. Damn, fucking TikTok now. TikTok has been taking over my life, guys.
TikTok's
Okay,
so awesome.
it's like crazy. Which they took over YouTube, just
Oh, no
over the most
way.
watched amount of time now. So like most watched platform.
The amount of TikToks that I watch, honestly, like on the weekend, where I'm a zombie. I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's crazy, dude. I'm just the same way. So and it's so that's why exactly why I didn't want to get it, and I got it. But anyway, yeah. So I found this tattoo guy, and I'm on tattoo TikTok or
Okay.
tattoo talk or whatever they.
oh
Call
my
it.
god, I'm not on tattoo talk. I'm on
Yes.
book talk.
So yeah, so I'm on book talk.
I am.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah, so I'm on tattoo talk, and you know I've always been this way, and he changed my mind. He's like, dude, he's like, not every fucking tattoo has to have a meaning, you know? Like, it doesn't have to have the deepest fucking emotional meaning. You could fucking like a picture, you think it's fucking cool,
Yeah, yeah.
get the fucking tattoo.
Well, like that TikTok I showed you, where the girl's like, I just like it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, somebody, I actually, speaking of, I saw another TikTok where somebody's like, sometimes that the tattoo just means I was 18. Like,
Yeah,
that's it.
exactly. Yeah,
Like-
that's it. And that changed my mind, and I'm just like, you know what, I'm gonna get a whole lot more because like I'm just like, there's so many art
Yeah.
pieces that I love. There's so many artists. So
I
many
have
quotes,
decided
stuff
I'm gonna
like
get
that.
a sleeve.
Yeah,
Mhm.
awesome.
I
That's so
decided
dope.
this will be a sleeve. Yeah, actually, I don't know if I should say this. I'm not. No, I am. Presley and I are getting matching tattoos. I'm not gonna say what it is, but we're gonna get matching tattoos.
You know what that reminded me of? Like the have you seen the TikTok when it goes bam and then and they're saying something and then they pause and go bam.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been wanting to do this for a while. We just have to set up. We know what we want. But the only hard part's been like, well, I'm planning, like, this is gonna be my Mexican sleeve, you know?
Right,
and then they're
right,
like,
yeah.
oh, well, what about here? I'm like, no, it cuts into this butterfly. Like, I already
Yeah.
have like not big tattoos, but kind of like bigger than most girls, and so like, my real estate's not that large, you know,
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah,
so.
and President is really
Yeah,
he has a big canvas.
He has a big canvas and not a lot of tattoos. So he's like, what about here? What about there?
Right.
And I'm just like, oof, no,
Right.
no.
Are you guys
no.
gonna get something that like half this and half that, or something that could stand alone but they mean something to each other?
That's what we're not completely sure of. So it's either gonna stand alone and we're just gonna get one each, or we can connect it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's
still thinking about
super
that.
fast.
Yeah. Presley and I are moving at an accelerated rate. I
yeah.
will say this.
Yeah.
You know what's so funny though? I'm gonna let you guys in my relationship. We move at an accelerated rate, and then I end up feeling insecure.
Really? Why? That's so
I don't know.
interesting.
It's so weird. Like just the other day, I'm like,
And
are you sure? Like I ask him, like, are you absolutely 100% sure this is what you want? Like this relationship? And he's like, oh my god.
it's
like,
not one of those like it's too good to be true thing. Is that what you're trying to say?
No. I just feel like he's so great. You know what I mean? Like he deserves the best, and I
Right.
just want to make him like, are you sure that that's me? You know. But yeah, so. Yeah, I'm definitely planning on getting more tattoos too. I'm just trying to figure it out because I kind of like, you guys don't know Pablo, but I like how Pablo's tattoos are. It's like almost a completely covered up sleeve, but it's not. I
Right.
do like that, but at the same time, I feel like it should all connect.
Yeah.
So I have to think about it. Also, tattoos are super painful to me, so
Right. No, yeah, I love big.
I wish you would get
Things.
more color. That's what I'm gonna say.
My next tattoo will have a little bit of color because it's gonna have like things that represent people and their color. So like for instance, like there's not gonna be one piece that represents my mom, so I'm putting red in there because that's her favorite color.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm getting something. I'm getting like an emerald,
Mm-hmm.
but you can't tell it's an emerald if it's not colored. So I'm gonna get like a little
Correct.
green on it. You know what I mean? So that's
Dope.
gonna have on there. So
That's
and then
nice.
I'm gonna use that as a tester and see how that looks. And if that looks good, I'm gonna
I
start
just
adding color. I'm
white.
just not a big fan of color.
I know, but white people with tattoos, hence your white, like so great, like such a waste for you not to get color.
Yeah. So you know what I wanted to do? So maybe you could help Stephanie on her research with because I gave her a job.
Her job is to find your tattoo.
Yes. So
Oh my god.
so she gave. So she there is So I'm really big into like mythology, right? Like Greek gods and
Okay.
Hercules. And Hercules has this dope ass fucking statue, and I want to get that tattoo. But then I was like, man, but that's Greek, you know. And
Yeah.
I want something that represents like my Mexicanness, my heritage, and my culture. And I was telling her, I was like, oh, you know what I'm gonna get an Aztec. He's like, but you're not fucking Aztec. And I was like, wait, then what the fuck am I? You know what I mean? Like,
You're a huichol. I've said this
that's what
before.
she said, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, but like, what is a huichol? Like, is that like, how can I find like a huichol warrior or like a, you know what I mean? Like, is there
Mhm.
warriors like
There's
that?
not warriors
See, that's what I
because
mean,
they're
like-
they're actually very peaceful people. They're very close to Apaches,
Mhm.
where they give everything meaning like animals have spirits and they have feelings and talk to
Right.
you, and so do flowers and etc. So the biggest things for Huichol, like, and I'm gonna get this at some point, would be either a peyote plant
Okay.
or a deer, and it has
Okay.
to be a blue deer.
Okay.
So
yeah.
I'm gonna get either one of those two things tattooed on me at some point to signify my Huichol heritage.
Right.
But yeah, there's no like Huichol, like, oh, this is the Huichol warrior of
Or
all
like a
time.
god or something like that.
Mm-mm.
So and that's what I kind of
Because
wanted to
their
represent.
god is basically their inner self, and nature.
Mhm.
So once a year they go and they like go on this peyote trip. Okay, I'm gonna get back to this in 1 second. So they go once a year on this pilgrimage
Okay.
to like the mountains. They'll take peyote, and they have like their awakening, their like yearly awakening, and then
Okay.
they go back home with like that knowledge that they learned. Very much like how people now, whites, take mushrooms all the time for that feeling.
Yeah.
Or some people have done peyote, or some people do ayahuasca or whatever. Like these indigenous people do it once a year at most. You know what I mean? Like for you to be doing it every 3 months, 6 months, guess what? You're not learning anything. Like these people do it like as part of their religion, as part of their life, one time a year. Maybe there's certain cultures where they do stuff like twice a year like that. But you're not supposed to do it all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, appropriating our culture. But anyways, so it's basically like you're your own warrior, your own god.
Right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So yeah.
But again, it wouldn't be like a badass tattoo, like, you know, whatever.
Right. So that's why I was like, man, like the Hercules one is cool, but I want something that represents. So I might get the Hercules one still, but
Where are you getting all these tattoos? Like, where are the locations?
so the big one I'm talking about is right here, and that's gonna be the one with my mom and Stephanie and the babies, all part of it right here. So that's gonna be that one, and then I was thinking of either Hercules here or I was thinking Hercules here.
Woo, and the ribs.
Yeah, so I was thinking Hercules here. So
I feel like you're not bad with pain though.
yeah. So I mean, I'm okay with the tattoos. It's not too bad, the tattoos, you know. But yeah, so I mean, I got a lot to feel, you know what I mean? And I feel like that guy changed my mind, you know what I mean? Like there's so many things that I did want, and I was like, that's not a deep meaning to me, you know, that's not like something deep. And that's why I haven't got tattoos.
In a
It's been
while.
it's been like 9 years already, 10
Oof,
years.
That's a long time.
Yeah, so it's been 10 years already that I have gotten a tattoo, and so yeah, so there's a lot of things. Like, and then like Stephanie did some research, and she found like not from our town, but from like our state, they do like the little beading. What's that beading thing? Like they
Mhm.
do like a sugar skull and it's beading.
Yeah.
Or like a jaguar beading.
Yeah,
so I'm like,
yeah.
if I could find something like that and like do
Oh,
like
I would love a
beading thing-
tattoo like that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so
Actually, my tattoo guy said he could do that.
yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
that's what. How did this tattoo thing start? Anyways.
Because I asked about the animal thing.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
Okay, cool. So speaking, I asked you what animal you would be. If you could live in a Like, if you could have been another culture, what would that have been?
Oh Jesus.
Like, if you could have been like Greek, because now you're into
Yeah.
mythology.
Well, I mean, I always loved the mythology, but I think culture-wise, I think I would have been like Japanese.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, like Japanese, like back in like the like samurai era, or like the like I don't know, like I really like that, like
Did you ever watch The Last Samurai?
no, never.
Oh my god, that's
I didn't
such a
like that because it was Tom Cruise.
It's such a
And
like.
I just
Okay,
thought that was so stupid.
I'm gonna tell you guys something. I cannot stand Tom Cruise, and also like, how did such a short guy become so famous? Okay,
That's so.
but he is such a freaking good actor. The Last Samurai is such a like anything Tom Cruise has been in, and I've watched it. He's been so good, and I get mad.
Top Gun.
I get I get mad honestly that he's a good actor. Like all his movies, I'm like, damn, that was good. Like he did a good job.
You can't handle the truth.
Yeah,
That
he
was-
did
yeah.
good there. The Last
Yeah.
Samurai, he does awesome. Yeah, but like whatever. I don't want this to become a Tom Cruise fan episode, but he's good in The Last Samurai. You should watch it.
Okay, I definitely will then.
Yeah.
So what about you then?
I don't know. That's really tough. That's tough for me, cause I don't want to be a white. But I think like if I had, and if I choose something like South American or something, like it's too similar. I'm gonna say, cause my mom always says if she wasn't Mexican, then she would be Colombian. And the cultures are different. You know what I mean? There is
Yeah.
differences, but I think that I'm gonna choose with Italian, because this is me going like way out of my comfort zone, and they're Europeans and all that stuff, and I do like the food and all that, so I think I would choose that. Also, because like the art, but that's a hard choice. That's a hard choice.
It
I
is a
feel
hard
like
choice.
very proud to be Mexican. You know what I mean, or indigenous, and so for me to not have that at all, like that's tough. So.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, one more question, and then
All
we're
right,
gonna
one more
put this to
question,
bed.
We're gonna open.
Okay.
All right. Man, I
Wait.
thought you had a question. But that's why you said one
No,
more question.
I had it and I lost it. I had it and I lost it. Okay, so would you rather have $1 million that you could spend in a week, or have an extra $30,000 for each year until you're 70?
Oh damn! I'd do the extra 30.
Mm-hmm.
Cause the week lasts only a week. What the fuck am I gonna do with it for a week?
Yeah,
you know
but
what
you
I
could
mean?
buy so many things in that week. You could buy like 5 houses.
Right, but if
you
you
can-
use it right, then you could buy one house a year. You know what I mean? Until you get
Mhm.
to that thing, and then or like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like it'd be. You know, that's a good point though. Like in that week, I could buy like
Yeah, you could buy a plane.
like 50. No, come on, Susie, you gotta think investment wise. So if you're gonna take the million over the 30,
well, yeah. What would you buy?
the,
1 second.
the time I would buy a multitude of real estate, rentable real estate,
Mm.
and rent it out just so I could make more profit and make more money on that end.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
that's
think,
what I would
yeah, I
use
think
the
I would buy
million.
like 5 homes. I would
But not for yourself or for renting.
probably buy one for myself, and the rest would be like properties. I would get 2 cars. That's no investment whatsoever, because that depreciates right away. I know this. And I would like put money into some stocks.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
for
you have
sure.
to do
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
all this stuff. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I would probably do the 30,000 too.
Yeah.
But it's fun to think about $1 million for a week.
Yeah, for real. But the problem, yeah, the million seems so fucking awesome. Like, oh, $1 million. But then, like, it doesn't even take a week to fucking close on a house. You know what I mean? Or, like,
Yeah.
to, like, you know, you have to, like, work real fucking fast to spend that million if you're not spending it on pleasure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, what would be the stupidest thing you'd buy with $1 million?
Probably the plane. Cause like, who's gonna fly this thing? I would buy a plane because it'd be like, ooh, someone like who's flying me somewhere.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
You know, and the funny thing, too, I have a lot of friends that are, like millionaires. And I know to us it's a lot of money, but, like, to them it's not. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And I'm just like, that's crazy to think
That
that.
is
You know what I
crazy.
mean? Like, it's fucking insane to just have them say shit like that. You know what I mean? That's crazy. Yep.
Yeah. All right.
All right, guys. Thanks for shooting the shit with us. Sorry about no topic and we're all over the place today. But
yeah.
till next time, guys. Peace.
Bye.